We're live now, and for the first time in a very long time, we should be live. Also on the YouTubes. So I'm just waiting for that now. That should come any moment. Twitch is like instant. Yo, there we are. Oh wait, why is there? Hold on. Why is it? Yo, why am I, why is it so weird? 1 second, live. Okay, let me just, quickly do this. And then do this. Alright, so we should now... it's loading. I'm currently doing the thumbnail, the thumbnail, and immediately. Okay, so what we see here is the Stanley Parable. Now, this originally came out in 2013. That is a pretty long time, but like a year ago, well, just a year ago. There came out a special DLC, which is what we're playing today. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. I think he does. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set up the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, and even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Oh my god. Alright, now. Okay, so he just said that if we boot this up another time, then we can. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm sorry, but just for the experience, I'm going to be to reboot it another time, because he said that he doesn't have any way to know if the times are real. I think that is in fact not true. So I think oh wait, where's my mouse? Yes, there it is. Everything okay. The stream can see it. I think he in fact can see what the correct time is. So what we're gonna do, to prove our loyalty, when the time exactly, when the real time exactly hits 5:30. Wait, it's not AM. It's not AM. Oh, okay. There we go. 5 go. It's now exactly 5:30 p.m. Your favorite time of the day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 5:30 p.m. Let's use another slider to find out how accurate it is. It is exactly. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like how things to be set. It's good to collect. Perhaps I can invent some new slides to get the new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Should be ready by the next time you boot up. Okay, guys. You know what time it is. I really, it's not like I want to do this, but I'm just gonna have to do this now. Okay, this wasn't here. I'm pretty sure. Please adjust the slider until the cat and the dog are friends. Okay, did that. Easy. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Okay. Until you stop adjusting the slider. Did that. Which of the two made-up words is the most appealing to you? Accuboincal or scrumtush? Okay, so this left word, let me just take a second. This left word is very hard to say. Accuboincal or scrumtush. But scrum is like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with scrumtush. Please don't adjust the slider. That's fine with me. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yeah. What time is it anyway? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Help. Nah. I'm you know, I just want to play. Sure. I just want to play the game, you know. I don't really want to help this guy, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start it up another time. Written by Davey Rudden. What time is it? Can I let's see. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. You and I don't even know each other. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time. But that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in the job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. No, he's gone. But we're gonna have to we're gonna have to check if he's really gone or if he's just lying to us. So, starting it up for the 5th time, baby. And let me check if my window's open. No, it isn't. That would have been really awkward if I said, if my window is, and then it was, oh, he's actually not there. We can begin the game. The end is never the end. Is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a key.
Let me do just a little bit of sound check while we're doing this story because, you know, everyone pretty much already knows the story.
And in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment at the office.
Okay, I wanted to put it down just a little bit. Like that.
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh, no, what could it be? What could it be?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What?
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. So let's see you do it, Stanley. What's this? Recommendations from the Oversight Committee, 1991. What is that? Invoice number, I don't know how many. 427. What's on here? I don't know what's on there. Can I type? Nope. That's unfortunate. I'm hearing this weird sound. What time is it anyway? This is not the time that I instructed. Or is it? No. Or is it? Wait. So it's right now. It's 5:37. 37 is on the left side, you son of a goddamn. Alright. Let's go out. Can I? Hold up for 1 second. Sensitivity to 3. How about that? Yes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so they have the exact same papers that we have. Hello, what is up? There's no one here. I think there is no one here, in fact. Why is there everywhere I hate Mondays? Are we supposed to see this?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But did he? No, he did. What's up? So, what's up?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Up to the boss's office. Now, I know Stanley like he's a friend of mine. Would Stanley want to go up or down? Well, if Stanley went up, he'd have to walk all the way up. Now let me tell you something about Stanley. Stanley hates going up the stairs, so Stanley walks down the stairs. Simple as can be.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had
it's
done
40
it.
Right
his
now.
Boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to
So
Stanley.
B is the more
Maybe,
accurate
himself, maybe
description.
I am crazy.
Or is that? Oh
All
no,
of
wait,
my
the short
coworkers
one.
blinking
So that's
mysteriously
really
out of
not accurate
existence
at
in
all.
a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Why?
And as Stanley pondered this,
6,
he began to make other strange observations.
2,
For example,
7,
why couldn't
12.
he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter,
God damn it,
these
he's
rooms
right.
were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going
Oh wait,
to
this
lose
is
his
actually
job.
repeating.
He wasn't
That's what he
crazy
was
after
talking
all.
about.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up
Okay.
soon. I'll have to go back to my boring
So
real-life
something
job pushing
should be
buttons.
changing
I may as well
every
enjoy
time.
this while I'm still lucid. So,
Let's
he
see.
imagined himself flying. and began to gently float above the ground.
Okay.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Okay.
It was so much fun, and
Yes.
Stanley marveled.
This is what I do at work too.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
We're going backwards this time.
And while he thought it all very odd,
We're going
and wondered
backwards.
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he goes to sleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
If you make a...
Stanley is as awake right now.
I really can't talk with this guy talking in my ear. If you make a new corridor, that means every time you have to copy and paste it. Which means it's not like repeating, but you actually have to make it in the
Did the
level.
voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this was a dream.
Yeah, well that's what I just did by going down the goddamn stairs.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin. The press of the mattress on his back.
Get this guy shut up, I'm trying to
Fresh air
sleep.
of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to
That's
himself.
exactly, you can't
I'm
hear it,
through
but I'm
with this
thinking.
dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's
Is
all
this,
I want.
I just walked down
I
one
want my
stair. I
apartment
walked down one
and
single
my wife
stair, and this is
and
what
my
happens.
job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
You son of a bitch.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Alright.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Yo!
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
You know what? I'm not really sure if I like this game where I just sit back and listen to this guy talk. I just like playing video games myself, you know? Imagine someone streaming a video game. I couldn't watch that at all.
Impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
But that was too expensive for our game designers to implement in the game. Alright. So what time is it actually? I cannot. Oh, the clock. It's 11:20. All right. So
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
On the
doors,
left,
this was
got
not
it.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Got
well.
it.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
I
first.
just wanted to stop by the employee
admire
lounge
it.
first. That's just what I wanted to do
Truly
first.
a room worth admiring, but
Yes.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I did do that, in fact.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
That's what I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nope.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Now,
to his boss's office.
You guys know how much I hate, how much Stanley hates staircases. And we just went down, and you saw what happened. We died. Stanley died. But Stanley hates staircases so much he'd rather die than walk up a staircase. So
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the
Here we
possibility
are.
of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Oh,
He
no.
might be fired for that. And in such
No,
a
not
difficult-
again.
Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
Is this gonna be the
No
exact?
reason at
This
all.
can't be.
None of it
This
made
is
any
the
logical
Stanley
sense.
parable,
And
man.
as
This can't be the
Stanley pondered
exact
this, he began
same
to
game
make other
all over
strange
again.
observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Please,
Why did doors close
please
automatically behind
don't
him
do
whenever?
it. I'm just
And
gonna
for that
walk.
matter,
I'm just gonna
these
keep
rooms
on
were starting
walking.
to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
No.
And he said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
And I
at
can't
last,
restart the game
he
because
came to the
now I already have a
conclusion that had
connection
been
with
on
this
the tip
guy
of his
and with the
tongue.
narrator.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally
I
found
thought,
an answer
you know what I
to
thought?
explanation.
I thought this game
His
was the
co-workers
biggest
were
game of
actually
all time.
wrong.
And you know how
He
many
wasn't going to lose his
gigabytes
job.
it was
He
to
wasn't crazy
download?
after all.
Not even
Thought
that
to
many.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my
Not
boring
even that
real-life
many.
job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still
How
lucid.
can I enjoy this,
So, he
Stanley?
imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And
Stanley,
then perhaps
are
the
these your
strangest
wildest
question
dreams?
of them all
You know, if
remained
I
in
was
Stanley's
dreaming,
head. One he was amazed he
and
hadn't
if I
asked
was
himself sooner. Why is
how
there
would
a
you
voice in
describe
my
that?
head dictating
If I knew I
everything
was
that I do
dreaming,
and think?
and when I was
Now the
dreaming,
voice was describing
and
itself being
well,
considered
and
by
if I hadn't
Stanley,
woken
who
up,
found it
this is what
particularly
Stanley would do.
strange.
Stanley would
I'm
just
dreaming
fly.
about a voice describing
Stanley
me,
would go and
thinking
fly.
about how
Oh,
it's describing
I'm in
my thoughts, he
space.
thought.
I am floating slightly above the ground. You know what I would do? You know what I would do? Look at this, right?
Of course,
Oh,
this was no
I'm.
dream.
Okay,
How
guys,
could it
wait.
be? Was Stanley
We're
simply
gonna
deceiving
roleplay
himself,
this. Clip this in the
believing
chat,
that
alright.
if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for it.
Oh, I'm
Stanley
dreaming.
is as awake right now
What is
as he's
this?
ever been in his life.
You know what is
The
going to
voice
be there on the other
was
side of the
shocked
door?
to Stanley.
It's going to be Mia Khalifa.
Certainly beyond a doubt
Hello!
that this was in
And
fact
now
a
you
dream.
see that I'm in fact
The voice
not
not see him
dreaming.
float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Okay,
That
you
this
know what?
was
I'm
a
very
dream.
disappointed. This is a DLC.
And he invited himself to wake up.
What is this, man?
He felt the
I thought in
cool
one of the
wind
two
of the
versions there would be at
The
least
press of the mattress
something.
on his back. The
In
fresh
5
air
minutes of playing this game, okay, well, in 10 minutes of playing this game,
Let me wake
I've
up.
played
he
it
thought to
twice.
himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be.
You know what?
over.
I'm gonna,
Let me go
I
back to my
think
job. Let me
he's gonna
continue
open
pushing the
his
buttons.
eyes and he's
Please.
gonna be in the
It's all I
exact
want.
same place where he
I want
stood
my
before
apartment
closing
and
his
my
eyes.
wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Look at this.
I am okay.
Oh, Master Predictor.
Stanley began screaming.
No.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
How much would the narrator get paid for this now? I don't know how many lines he has in total.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Yo, welcome back, Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed.
Alright, so this part is going to take about 3 minutes. And you know what I'm going to do in that 3 minutes? I recently learned how to solve Rubik's Cube. So you know what I'm gonna do in the part that I already played? Well, what I'm gonna do is explain how solving a Rubik's Cube works exactly. So what you do is first you take off. No, wait. So first, you look for the white or yellow inner dot. Then around that inner dot you want to form a plus. So next to each side of the yellow dot you want to have white pieces. You want to have white dots. I'm just gonna call them dots. So do this in any way you can. If they're on the bottom, you're just gonna have to flip that side, and then it's gonna appear on top. I now have a yellow plus. Or no. Oh, okay, and we're going again. Let's go. So hyped for this game, man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open
door on the
left,
got it.
He entered the door on his left.
Got it. Got it.
Yet there was not a single person.
Not a single person got that. I was speedrunning through this game. Not a single person. You know what? Stanley hates stairs. He's gonna make an exception for once, because if he's going down, then he's just the same thing over and over again. Hello in the boss's office. What's up?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
What dark secret?
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course,
wait.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Why? You see that?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumb. Trying to input
so if I hold my
since he could never possibly
cursor on this thing, then
2845.
it magically appears. What is it? Is it here? Could it be in this direction? No.
2845.
No, it's gotta be in this direction. Why? Where does my cursor appears? Yo, look at this! I can open doors! How cool is that? My cursor just randomly appeared.
But it turns out that the
bell's
emergency override kicked in.
It's gone.
And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
What's this? Huh? Oh, look at that. The door just opened. Alright, you gotta have a code for that. I know that. 28... 284. Oh, 282. Is there a go back button? 2 8. No! So 0 is on the bottom. Okay, got it. 2, 8. Oh, you got that. 2, 8, 4. Got that code. Alright. Shame. I thought I was going to do something, but... What is this? This is an elevator? Seems dangerous. Not going to go in there. What is the... Oh, okay. We're supposed to go into the elevator. Well. Let's go. Loading, loading, loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Boom. We're gonna speedrun this game, guys.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I could also go into the escape. What's that? Nanoi? What is that? Nanoi. Rent a fence. Okay, you can rent fences. Very nice. Escape that way. Huh. Mind control facility. Or escape. I have nothing to escape from. What's up? Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Wait, what's that?
Did he have the strength?
Can you walk on that? How do I get there? Let's take a look. Well, let's open this one then.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced
now,
to images
where
on
would
a
these
screen.
special numbers
Stanley,
be?
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Fired? And what's that? What is that? I don't have any Optifine. That's a shame. Or is that... oh, that's just a meeting room, probably. Alright.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it
What did I
couldn't be
just
true.
press?
Had Stanley really
this.
been under someone's control all this time?
Hello?
Was this the only reason
Yo.
he was happy with his
Yo,
boring job?
what's
That his
up, my
emotions had
dude?
been manipulated to accept
Let's go.
him
I got
blindly?
places to be, you know?
No. He refused to believe it. He
I
couldn't
refuse
accept
to believe it.
His
Let's
own
go up to the
life
top.
in someone
Oh,
else's
I'm getting
control.
up to the top on an
Never.
elevator.
It was
On
unthinkable.
top of an
Wasn't it?
elevator.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That's what I do for you, you know? Oh. Oh.
But here was the
Hello.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating,
3.
working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
3,
And as the cold
1,
reality of his
0,
past
1,
began
4,
to sink
2.
in, Stanley decided that this
0,
machinery
1,
would
4,
never
2.
again exert its terrible power over another
0,
human
1,
life.
4, 2.
For he would dismantle
Minus
the controls
0,
once
minus 1.
and for all.
So that is... So that is 0, 1, 4, 2, or it's 0, 1, 4, 1. Oh, but there's also a number there. What's the... Let's go up there. Can we go up here? Nope. I don't want to push... I don't want to put it out, yeah, you know? Are these buttons or are they for fun? Hey, what's this? I like work. I just hate my boss. Okay. Great. 0521. Zero, 5. Where's the 2 though? Oh, what's this? Console disabled. Okay. I saw a 3 just now. 0, 1, 4, 2. So there was a 3. So there are 2 numbers there. Here's the 3. That is a 5. 0, 1, 4, 1 is what I want to try out. So where is the 4 exactly? Where exactly is number 4? There, we only have 1, 2, 3, and 5. So which number here can we form with a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 5? What is that? 3, 5, 2, 1. Let's try that out. 3, 5 is all the way over there. 3, 5, I believe. 3, 5, 2, 1. 3, 5, 2, 1. What just happened? Console is still disabled. Is that... That's what the number said, right? What's that? Let me... 1 second. Or is that a 0? Oh no, that's a 0 probably. Yeah, that's a 0, but we don't have any zeros here. Could there be why are there so many weird doors here? Is there a 0? I need a 0, ladies and gentlemen. We're searching for a 0. Because there were just random numbers here, and now... But I don't think there is a 0 here. Was that the... Wait a second. Is that a 0? That's a number. Okay, wait. Okay, I really don't get this. Could there be another number somewhere? I don't get why I'm so stuck in this number thing, but... Or could there be a 0 on the other side? Oh no, wait, but if I enter this... Is everything gonna go... I don't... Wait a second. Okay, I hit 3 4 times. I hit number 3 4 times. And nothing happened. So the first number... Okay, this is... Yo, I can do this. Bop, 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 bop. Everybody! Okay, that's really funny. Okay, well, I can't seem to find a 0, so I'm just gonna go in here. Could there be a 0 here?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
yeah,
he knew it was his duty,
to
his
put an end
obligation,
to this
to
horrible
put an end
place.
to this horrible place,
and
to
everything it stood for. Okay, so let's just turn it up. Did we do it? Did I win that game? Let's get hype in the chat.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have won the game. Thank you to everyone for believing in me. I just want to thank everyone with 1 second of silence.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah. Wait, which door? Which door is it? Can I go back? Is that an option? Can I turn the power back? Oh, no. No. Okay, that's a shame. Hello there.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Yes.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Okay.
And Stanley was happy.
So...
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm done with this guy.
When Stanley came to a set of two...
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm done with
Stanley
you.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Is this it?
employee
Is this the
lounge
game?
first,
Is this
just
what
to
I paid?
admire
I
it.
don't know how much money for.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yep. On the left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Mariella.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Yes.
To put your work
Yeah,
aside,
I'm sorry, man.
to
I'm
let
sorry for
her
all the
back
things
into
that I
your
done.
life. She's been
I
waiting.
really want to redeem myself, so please. I just go in here. And I just go in here.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To
Hello. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on,
Yep.
sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now,
How thin
I
are
want you
these
to come in
walls?
and tell me all about your...
Stop.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to
I'm
you?
killing this guy.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad
That's a
story
nice
about the
DVD.
death of a
What's that?
man named Stanley.
Philips Sony Model XT-7.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job
This is
that
my
demands
wife.
nothing of him, and every
Shaniqua,
button that he pushes
how you
is a
doing?
reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. I am going to sit here for however long it takes, and I'm not pressing that button. So you better just remove it from my screen right now. Before I get bored and try and decide to press the button. I'm gonna press it.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Oh.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions.
Wait,
into
that's my
the
desk.
unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
My TV.
First, he
Wait,
imagined
what?
that one day while at work,
My
he
bench
stepped
was
up from
just
his
my
desk
bench.
to
My
realize
thing
that
was
all of
just
his
here.
co-workers,
With just a
his
couch
boss,
here.
everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the
Where did my
face
couch
of the
go?
earth. The thought excited him terribly.
With the boys, yeah, spend some time with the
Even
boys.
further, he imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Okay, right now I'm gonna check
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head,
I'm gonna
he
check every
relived
single
it
possible
again,
corner
and then
to see
again,
what is
and
changing
again,
at the exact
over
same
and
time
over,
that it's
wishing
changing.
beyond hope that it would never end.
Where's
that
our
he
baby?
might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is
Oh
pushing the
my
same
God,
buttons
it's
he always
changing
has.
to the
Nothing
office.
has changed. The longer
Slowly
he spends here,
changing
the more
all the
invested
way
he
into an
gets,
office.
the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
427 427 427 427 427 427 427 427.
The next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Anything for you, my friend. I tried to do this already, but then I got really bored. So I don't know if I'm gonna hold out this stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna hold this, man. I really want to press that button just to see something happen. So you better do something right now, or I'm gonna press that damn button. So let me explain to you guys once again how the Rubik's Cube works exactly. So we now have a white plus around the yellow middle inner dot. What you then want to do is behind. So if you look, if you place the yellow yellow button on top, then you have then you can see the side of one middle yellow or one white dot. Now it doesn't really matter if you have the corners, because the corners, they don't matter. So if you have blue here, I'm right now I'm looking at the blue top. So what you want to do is you want to move the lower two layers at the same time, and then search and then line up two, and then line just two colors up. So from the top you want to line the two colors up. Okay, you know what? This is really, I think I should be pressing a button, because this is getting really.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
So
how can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here,
I didn't do it,
electing to
and
kill
still.
himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
Stick around to hear how to solve a Rubik's Cube later.
I'll try once more.
For now, we're gonna have to listen to this irritating guy just talking as he plays the game.
Well, maybe
and I'm just watching, basically. Oh, right now it's
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
And Stanley did not push a button. But, yeah. That's exactly. Oh, loading. The end is never the end, is never the end. Hello.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure. That's what you want. Now let's do it. I'm just listening to everything he says, man.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. It's what I did.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
That's what I did. Oh. We're going down, 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 down. We go down now. Down, 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 down. Down. Wait, can we go up? I want to go back.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up.
That's what I did.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead
because
back to
I
his
knew
office?
that
Well,
it
that's a
would
great
lead.
question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, it's now... door is now magically on my right, but that's okay. Hello there.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Yeah.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay, so now what? Wait, can I? Wait a second. If I just go through, is something gonna happen? Am I walking? Okay. So, what? Does seem to go somewhere, but... Well, let's go down again.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Yup,
Ladies
I
and
know,
gentlemen,
right?
how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Subscribe right now. That's what I'm saying.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Or am I?
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's
Well,
office
that's
again? Or
you
what
know.
if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Hello.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
You got it.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to
All right, you
process.
got it.
I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
All right.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back
Now this
down,
time,
how did I
no,
not
I just
anticipate
really want to go
I mean,
down.
sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or did he? Go! That's right.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony
Well,
of waiting and anticipating.
Technically,
and
it's
having to
Tobias's
guess,
office.
That's the real
That's
thrill.
why I went up
Oh,
in
I
the first
simply
place.
don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
Nope.
It seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces
I
from the
do.
very moment that things get started.
Because
Where's
I'm
the
getting a little
tension?
bit
Where's the
bored.
trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere. Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Oh.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a
Stanley
little bit about the
Ryder?
nature
Is
of
that my
surprise
name?
in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the park. Up again, down again. Yup. That's all I mean. Thank you. Thank you! Thank you! What's up, my fans? All my subscribers!
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or did he?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yep.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Now, that would be really dangerous now. No one should ever do that. But it is funny to see what's down.
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
On the left, got it, right here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is written about... Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Well, you know you're a nice guy and all, but you're pretty boring.
Bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Sure.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Well, I am pretty happy.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
You son of a gun.
To stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, wait. Can I go in the other one? Which one do I go? Ow! I hurt myself.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Well, this is pretty nice. These colors are pretty... This is pretty nice. You know what? But, you know, I have to get back to work and all.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Oh, my bad.
Right. Where were we?
I'm gonna get back to work.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Alright.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there.
I won't. I won't.
Stay
Promise.
Here.
Pinky promise that I won't go back in there.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
That is true, though. That is, you can't be too careful these days.
Are you are going to stay here, aren't you?
I am. I am going to stay here.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Well, I don't really want to, you know, I don't really want to die because, you know, dying hurts and everything, and this is just so beautiful here, so I just, you know, this is really nice. This is really nice. But, you know, I'm gonna have to get back to work and all.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Okay, I won't. I won't. So let's just go back then. Let's just go back, you know. But if you're not going to say anything, then, you know, you're going to die. That's how that works. You don't entertain me, you die. That's what I said to my wife.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I am.
No!
I thought this all out.
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Sure. Oh, but I am significantly slower, though. What's that?
There. See? This is what you want.
That's
this is
true.
where we can both be happy. We
This
really
is what I
can.
want.
If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Alright, let's just stop moving. What's gonna happen? Is this it? Because if this is it, then I'm a tad disappointed, guys. So, you know, I'm just really gonna have to, you know.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Alright. He told me to go back.
No. No, no. What do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Well, you can entertain me when I enter the other room. What are you gonna say? Nothing.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Sure, I can do that for you.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
No, not really, though. Hello, stairs.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep
No.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Nope. I'm willing to satisfy your needs.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I can.
No, perhaps not.
Going up the stairs. Woke up this morning. And jump.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Well, you know what? I wanted us to get
that was
along
too
too,
much
but then
to
I went
ask.
there and then you didn't say anything.
Looks like
So
you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I mean, you can open that door for me. Mind opening that door for me? Then I won't fall off anymore. Well, if this is what you want.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm going back. All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Well, that is, but this isn't, I think. I don't know. Or is it? No, it is. It is. What do you mean it isn't the right office?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Walking on the vine inside of me.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
No problem.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I am too.
Okay, so far it's an
I
early.
am too.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Nah, I'm not really feeling this. I'm not really feeling the jump circle, man.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
But now I kind of do feel it. I kind of do feel it. You know what? What's that? What is that? Should we do the jump hole chat? Alright, let's see. Penguin the video gamer says yes. Alright, well then, you know, then we're gonna have to do it. So, just 17, no, wait, just 14, no, hold on a second, just 10 jumps. Wait, let me correct myself, just 6 jumps. No, I had that wrong, just 1 jump. That's it. Well, then we'll be moving on, ladies and gentlemen. That was really fun. That was really just such a great experience,
Stanley,
you know.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason.
You know what?
Other than
I don't know why I paid for this game.
On the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yo, can I get underneath? Oh, it's amazing.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Circle the board. Circle the board.
The game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. I didn't even get to choose. Huh? What is this? What could this be?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Yep.
Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
I am not a dork. But I don't want the door to close. So I'm just gonna go to him. Is this where he lives? Is this his house? Ow. My legs.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
$15.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back
this is not the correct
time. It all
time.
meant something. Oh, the waste.
Who is that? Someone with a dog? Oh, look at that. Buy on Steam. Or there was a demo for this? Clips. Alright. Let's get through this. That was not such a good memory. Can I go past you? No, these flowers are untouchable.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Oh, I know
so
her.
many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now
All of them, so can
it's
we now
nothing.
play
It's
every
no
single
games at
game
all.
ever?
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
You know what? I
It's
hate
just
a lot more
husk,
games than I like.
a
So,
lifeless husk
kinda means
with
I
an
hate this
hour
game.
of new elevator content.
Huh. What's down here? Well, can't enter that, unfortunately. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Oh,
The
GameSpot!
Stanley Parable is both a rich and stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and
Yes.
one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out
Okay.
of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Well,
It didn't need anything
technically,
else.
you know,
It
9 out
didn't
of 10
need
is not
new
really-
content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
What?
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered
That was
web
pretty
of
weird.
profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for
You're
me.
quite preachy.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh,
Wait.
dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on
This is
to.
just right there, I
That
think.
marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Because I only
I feel
saw the text before,
like a
but
failure.
I don't
Like
know.
I let these
I think I'm
people
just
down.
seeing things at this
Perhaps
point.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
All right, let's
If I'm
do it
truly
then.
too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Nope.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes,
Well, that's
a skip
great then.
button we shall have.
Let's do it.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time.
Alright.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue for... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on.
Well, you know, I didn't want to say it to your face, so that's why I just
the minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer.
That is rather... That's strange. That's unfortunate.
I want to say maybe 30, 45
That is pretty
minutes.
weird.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Wow.
You've just been frozen there.
Wow.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
You know, what if they just stopped getting longer now and they didn't get any longer then? You know, we're gonna have to check that out.
Everyone. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness, I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
You have someone to talk to? Do you?
Well,
Do you?
I've been
Or
sitting
did
here
you?
all that time. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've...
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Hey, dinner's done.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and press this button if Chad doesn't mind.
End is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Woke up this morning, pressed the yellow button to skip the game. Huh. Well, oh, look at that. What a nice ray of sunshine. Look at that, how nice. Looks like Earth finally died. Oh, it died again, looks like. Alright, well, not my problem, is what I'm gonna say to that. Nothing happened. Except it just turned into a horror game, okay. Oh, hello there. Can I skip this as well, or is it just gone now? Nope, it's gone. Alright. Hello guys, and welcome back to a new playthrough of Stanley Parable. Today, we're playing in the new map. We're playing in a desert. Now, what's so great about this desert is you're seeing today guys, we're gonna conquer the whole world again. Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Bear Grylls. So, if you look at the sun always rises. Excuse me? Ooh, guess who's back?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I don't know, man.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
When
missed
does
the
this
memo.
game end? New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Well, let's get to it then.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley
Yes.
Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version
True.
has turned out to
So
be.
far, we only got a desert. We had unlimited supply of
Any new content for it
elevators,
should live up to that legacy.
and we had the
So
jump
forget
circle.
this ultra deluxe
So-
nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Okay.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up.
Okay.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at
Okay.
some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the
This
game will
way
sort of naturally
to the
spring up
show
around them.
floor.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific
Okay.
or logical, really.
New content? On the bus to the new content, or do I... Oh wait, no, I'm just gonna have to do it. Okay, wait, I know... The bus was really more... Great.
Here
Hey!
we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Okay.
Here, let's have you role-play as
I am Jim.
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a
If I
deep
hit this,
breath,
I'm ending the
clear
stream.
your
That's
mind,
what I'm saying.
Forget whoever you are and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself
I
living as
am Jim.
sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being
Jim.
heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the
I
impact
get
of this
it.
button.
I
Otherwise, it's
am
just a stupid button
Jim.
that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
I'll let you finish. So, you know what?
Now,
My bad.
allow yourself to become
That was really...
Imagine
That was
yourself
not...
driving to work as Jim,
I won't do it
playing
ever
frisbee on the
again.
weekend.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
But we'll do that in the next episode. Because I can't really, F5. I can't really do that. So, if you, like the stream, then leave a like and subscribe on the YouTubes. Goodbye.